Hello, welcome to Nuggets for Life. My name is Peter Müller and I have designed this video series to share with you some ideas and concepts that can change your life. Let's get on with it. Hi, today we talk about AI and how we can start using it. 65% of baby boomers have access to YouTube and get information from YouTube. 20% of the boomers have using to some degree AI in the form of search engines or social media or Alexa and so forth. But only 3 to 6% are using so-called generative AI, so actually creating something with AI. And the useful tools here are the so-called large language models, or otherwise called chatbots like ChatGPT. Here are the 6 major chatbots which are available to you for download and for free. And there are also paid versions of it. The main players in this area in 2025, Grok from XAI, then there is Copilot from Microsoft, Claude from Anthropic, DeepSeek from China, Gemini from Google, ChatGPT from OpenAI, and Perplexity from Perplexity AI. Now, how you can get these? You can get them as apps for your phone, and you can get them in your browser for your laptop, desktop, and tablet. All you need is an email address, and for some of the apps you need a phone number for verification. There is always a basic version which is for free and a paid version. But for most of the people, the free version is absolutely sufficient to produce what they want. Now, what is AI used for? The usage pattern for the general population. It is used for writing and editing, for simply answering questions, a very sophisticated search engine basically, like Google, for brainstorming, ideation, so idea generation, for summarizing content, for book summaries, for example, for coding and debugging, for actually writing programs to write your own apps, for example, for tutoring, for learning support, for translation and language learning, for planning and organizing, a very powerful tool, and for customer service, for example, for triaging, like in call centers, to bring through 2 or 3 questions the customer to the perfect person who can answer the specific question you have, for research and fact-finding, as I mentioned earlier, and for entertainment and companionship. Now, for baby boomers, for seniors 50 plus, I put it in that area, it is mainly used to get access to health information, to get technical assistance, for example, how to solve problems in computer, in navigation, for software, for downloads, for cloud, and so forth, for financial planning, for travel planning, for writing, and for do-it-yourself projects on basically how to do what. And the chatbots are very valuable and good tools. And all of these things, you can do them with all of the tools. Now, the way all of the chatbots work, you communicate with the artificial intelligence with so-called prompts, which is a text, the way you communicate. You can also voice activate it on some of them. Now, the key things when you write or create a prompt, you ask basically the chatbot, you give it a specific question, and you are expecting a specific response answer from it. Here are the key factors you have to consider. Number 1, when you communicate with your AI software, clarity. You have to be very specific what you ask. Otherwise, your AI system doesn't know where to look, and you get very general information and it starts hallucinating. The next, you need to be very specific about the scope, the detail you want to know, and the questions should be targeted, very specific. Then you have also to provide context to it, so give some background to it. For example, if you want to write a book, you have to be very specific in telling it that you want to write a book and for whom it is. And for the book, you have to provide some background information of what it is about. Then you have to give it a structure, how you expect actually the printout, the response from the system should be, whether it should be a letter, whether it should be an article, or it should have the form of a news article in the Wall Street Journal, or whether it is a blog on the internet. Then you have to tell it also the tone and style. It can take any kind of style. You can say it, write it in a way of a New York best-selling author, or write a technical article for a scientific journal. Ideally, you can provide an example for the look and feel of the output you have. You can simply attach a PDF file, or you can say, basically, provide a table on the vertical axis, giving me criteria 1, 2, 3, and on the rows you say product ABC, for example. And last but not least, once you have made a prompt, you have written a prompt, and you get the output, then if it doesn't look exactly what you have, it doesn't have the form what you have, it doesn't give you the answer what you have, you make iterations. You simply go back to your prompt and change some specifics in it, and you redo the whole thing. Now, when you make a prompt, there are basically, take a sheet of paper and put it into 4 sections. The first one is very simple. In 1 sentence, you say what you want. The purpose, describe the problem, and what the solution should look like. The second block tells you the context and the structure. It gives background information and it clarifies what you really want. The third block talks about tone and style. It simply says the look and feel and the wording, how it should be. So whether it should be in the form of a casual conversation or it should be a scientific report with bullet points and facts. And last but not least, whatever you have not covered in the first 3 blocks, you put into the 4th one. I call it special instructions. So I've given you, for example, here an example. Write a 1,000-word instruction manual for a customized 6 months fitness coaching program for active seniors over 50. So I was very specific. I say 1,000 words. I could also say 3-5 pages or whatever. Simply about the length of the document, what I expect. Then it should be an instruction manual. So it has a certain kind of structure and form. For what? A customized 6 months fitness coaching program. And then I'm even more specific that it is for active seniors over 50. This is a very specific group. This is a product for a very specific group. Then in block number 2, I'm getting more specific of what it's about and how to do it. Make it an expert level program for fitness and wellness for seniors over 50. So I say expert level program. This is you as an instructor, you know a lot of detail and you want really the knowledge of an expert trainer basically. And then I say include physical exercise and nutrition programs. So the fitness program is not only talking about physical exercises, it also includes a nutrition program. Then I'm talking about tone and style. Use in-depth, or I could also say a simple one, but I'm saying I want an in-depth analysis, but keep it clear and easy to understand with an inspirational tone. So what I'm saying here, give me all the detail, but keep it very clear and easy to understand. Okay? With an inspirational tone, so when you read it, it should sound like in a kind of a conversation, and it should be inspirational and motivating. Last but not least, use bullet point format and make recommendations for pricing. List all sources, the author, publication, and the year of the publication and links in it. Now, this is a lot. First of all, it talks about finally, again, specifying I want to have a lot of bullet points, step-by-step instructions for doing it, and then what I could charge as a personal coach or trainer for a program like this. And then I'm specifying, list all the sources, so where you have been looking at the internet to get all the information, who wrote it, what the publication was, and the publication where it was. And if there are internet links, that it gives me the links. You enter this into your chatbot, and I tell you, it will blow your mind. Now, if this is not exactly what you want, when you want a 6 months program, a very sophisticated program for nutrition and physical exercise, you can simply use this program, this prompt, and you simply change some words in it. Write a 500-word instruction manual, then it's getting very shorter. Or you can change it from expert level program to a medium level program or a beginner's program. And each of those single changes, you just say, redo it again. You change the prompt and you say, redo it, and it will print it out in this new form. So this is a way to go about it, and simply create your first prompt and make adjustments. Another way of do the iterative process, once you see the report or the printout coming on, and you can simply say, rewrite it in a simpler way, or rewrite it, provide me more detail. Just changing one thing on the style, on the length, on the sophistication, or on the tone, and it will give you the same thing what you had before in this slightly modified way. So with this iterative process, you don't have to rewrite the prompt all the time. You just have it redo it, make it simpler, make it shorter, make it more conversational, and it will always fine-tune. And after 5-6 iterations, it will have this piece perfect to your liking. Now, these are the basics about prompt creation and how you can get what you want. This is it for today. Please like, comment, and share this video with others, and subscribe that you are getting notifications when we have new videos coming. I will publish most probably 2 videos on YouTube per week. So in my next video, I will talk about powerful prompts for health and wellness information. And then we will have videos about planning and organization for tech assistance and other areas of interest. On that note, keep it going, download the app you like, ChatGPT, Grok, whatever it is, and start prompting and enjoy the process. See you for nugget number 19.